What's going on? This is Dman. Just a quick introduction. These gameplay clips are from the Twitch stream that happened earlier today. Jeff was there, Mark was there, and also we have Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. And we will be able to see fighters that we have not seen before on the game in this raw gameplay footage, which is something we need right now because UFC 3 is right around the corner. So in the first gameplay, we have Mickey Gall and CM Punk, and we'll also have Darren Till and Tyron Woodley. I'll be posting more of these, and I hope you all enjoy. Like I said, if you missed the stream, I got you, man. Peace.
I have absolutely no idea. He's been in the game since UFC 1. And
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's always been in the corner. And people have always asked that question, why is Dolce still in the game? Why is he everywhere?
Good for him.
He was pretty popular back then.
Yeah, he still is now. I mean, he's in the game now,
Yeah,
so his socks are
he's everywhere in the game.
Start the taunts right away. Let's just go.
Right.
Yeah, definitely, you can definitely feel the difference of the movement, and the graphics are obviously a lot better. Obviously, that comes better with the new console. This is a PS4 Pro. What type of TV is this? Is it 4K?
I think it's 1080.
1080p?
60 frames.
60
They're
frames.
running at 60.
Now, why is his stat so high? I mean, look, you see that leg kick? It's incredible. Look at that.
Whoever asked for CM Punk as our first fight, thank you.
Yeah. Who asked for CM Punk? We are doing giveaways too, guys. Giveaways, some hats, some UFC hats. Also a couple sweaters, I believe, too.
Yeah.
So I believe if you guys want to get some of that stuff, just be active in the chat. I wish we would have found out who said pick CM Punk first because they would have won something. OP.
They're all signed by yourself as well.
Yes, all signed by me as well. I didn't bless it with my tongue, but they're signed, so you're good to go.
I was going to suggest Till or Gaethje, but you can thank whoever made that suggestion. You're watching...
Oh, no!
there
Get
you
up!
go.
Get up!
Oh, you're
Oh, you're Dodson, huh? You think you're funny, huh?
Let's go.
Combo.
Ooh.
And that's one thing. So you're telling me before we started playing the beta that you can actually learn combos in this game. Like there's a menu you can go down and find combos, right?
Yeah, we could show that later in the
Okay.
in the stream. But learning your combos is like really important this year. Every fighter has a unique set of combos across different disciplines and different levels, and there's a lot of combos that you need to look at and learn in order to really play competitively. There's so many that I think people are gonna have to take the time to kind of put the combos in their muscle memory to kind of integrate it into their game. I play against different people on the dev team all the time, and you kind of see different looks from everyone because they've taken the time to learn
The combos.
these combos or those combos that kind of fit their playstyle best.
Gotcha. And in the first one, UFC 2, the last game, they didn't have that. Because I remember you guys said they had a lot of feedback that everybody was like, oh, you should Superman punch. And what else was that?
Yeah, we had combos, but it was like extremely free flowing to the point where you could throw extremely unrealistic combos. And whatever was the things kind of bubbled up to the top based on things that weren't intentional from our design standpoint. They were just like, well, this animation happens to move faster than that one.
Gotcha.
And they're allowed to combo, so you kind of see the same combos over and over again, and they were unrealistic. So we wanted to take control over what's a real combo, use that as a tool for differentiating fighters, stuff like that.
Gotcha. And then what's it? So I know it's different with this game. It's more about like what is the strategy standpoint when I pick this game up? What should I be focusing on? Like when I first started playing, I was just like go, punch, kick, kick. And then I get knocked out. I'm like, what the hacks? Broken TV. Gotta buy a brand new one.
Yeah, I think when people first pick up the game, you're going to see a lot of first-round knockouts. And
Gotcha.
the big reason for that is this new vulnerability system. Here's a great example of it right here. So CM Punk's leans straight into a head kick, and that deals like incredible amounts of damage in this game. That's all new in UFC 3. So if you slip into a strike, if you're throwing a strike and someone catches you on the side that you're leaning into, you're going to deal way way more damage. So first thing is to understand that you're vulnerable anytime you're performing an action. So you got to think about what you're doing.
Gotcha.
You got to set up your strikes. The more damaging a strike is, the more vulnerable you are while you're throwing that technique. So you got to be really smart about your shot selection.
And to that point, like the bigger strikes, if you miss them, you have a higher chance of getting countered and going down.
Gotcha.
So if I throw like a big leg kick and I miss, and you counter me with a big shot, boom, I have like a flash knockdown.
Gotcha.
A few more things, like stamina is very important in the game. You deal the most damage with your strikes when you strike from full stamina. So if I throw like a 1-2-3 combo, every strike in that combo will deal full damage if I did it from full stamina, but if I do it from half stamina, it's going to deal a lot less.
Gotcha.
So stamina is very important in terms of dealing damage, but it's also important in terms of vulnerability. If you get caught mid-strike when you have low stamina, you're going to have way more damage done to you than if you're caught when you have high stamina. So you want to keep your stamina as high as possible for as long as possible.
Gotcha. While the other person drains his stamina, they try to capitalize when they make a big miss, and you slip it, then you're able to take them out, right?
Yeah. And then movement, like I said, is a big part of the game. So range management's important. It's very effective to just stay just out of kicking range, wait for your opponent to whiff, and then attack them and try and punish them.
Yep.
But also, forward-moving strikes take longer than standing strikes. So if someone's coming at you really aggressively, you can just hold your ground, plant, and throw a nice crisp 2 and stop them in their tracks. So
Gotcha.
those are kind of the 3 things that people are just going to kind of do by default when they're kind of playing really aggressively, is just attack someone, throw too many strikes, drain their stamina, get caught in vulnerability, and get knocked out.
Gotcha.
So those are the habits people are going to have to break and to be successful.
Yeah.
At the game.
That's one of the things I noticed since I came here to the EA campus, Vancouver, up here in Vancouver. My skill in this game has gone up tremendously, because before I used to play, I would just go balls to the wall, and now I'm actually like conserving my stamina and trying to figure out when to find an opening and capitalize on when you miss, or just stay in defense and try to counter when the kicks and the punches come.
And try to chain those combos as well. Like even like when I'm slipping some of these shots, Jeff, you can speak to this fluently. Like my combos will be even quicker if I can slip into and dodge, right?
Yeah. So if you successfully slip someone's strike, their recovery frames are increased. So they're slower to recover from the strike if you slip it, which gives you a counter window opportunity. And also they're exposed to more vulnerability when you counter a slip.
Gotcha. Cool. Now I know when you guys did the motion capture for this stuff, you brought up the athletes. What athletes you bring up this time for the motion capture?
Oh, let's see if I can remember them all. We brought up.
I mean, you said Uriah Hall.
Yeah, Uriah Hall was here. Dennis Bermudez was the first. Felice Herrig came up. Corey Anderson.
Oh wow.
Angela Hill, Carla Esparza, Kylan Curran.
Good lord, you guys got a lot of you out here. I thought you just got.
Awesome.
I thought you just got Uriah and John Dotson.
Did I miss anyone? Is that everyone?
Cajun, you got.
Oh yeah, so Cajun Johnson, he was kind of our go-to guy because he's a Vancouver guy. So Cajun Johnson did probably like half of the fancy kicks in this game. And
good for you, Cajun Johnson. Good for you, my friend.
Arjun Bueller came in. He did our heavyweight locomotion sets and some heavyweight head movement, stunned. He did the best acting as if he was rocked. So we used his in the game.
You should have got him drunk. Like, all right, spin around 20 times. Now walk backwards.
And then a local stuntman kickboxer named Ian Rizzolo. He did a lot of the striking in the game as well.
Wow, nice.
We also brought in Gabe Varga from Glory. He came in early on as well, so there's some of his mocap in here as well.
Now, how much data do you get? How much data do you want to capture before you start implementing, or do you let's say you brought your eye Hall up here and you do maybe 5 hours of motion capture, and then how soon do you just put it into the game and start getting to?
So this whole RPM system was new for us. So early on in development, we were experimenting a lot.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of so bring people in, try some stuff out. This worked, this didn't. But by the time we started bringing up the UFC fighters, we had everything down to a science, and we were able to run them through 40 minutes, capture all of their locomotion, another 40 minutes for striking, and then we would have the data in game within a week.
Wow.
It was awesome. That's why we were able to do that mocap shoot with the female fighters post-alpha, and we got the data in within a week. It was awesome. I've never had an experience like that building a game.
Wow.
And that's something that this tech allowed us to do.
Gotcha.
DJ, lots of questions asking how your shoulder's doing.
My shoulder's doing good. Thanks for asking, guys. It's it's a process. Thank God for the console games, because I can sit here and play like this and have no strain on my shoulder. So it's going good. It's part of the process. That's one of the things I noticed about this game too. As I'm my fighting style, how I tried to get on people. Oh my goodness! How should I get on people? I always have to manage my stamina and try to pick my shots. Pick them. And just a reminder, this game comes out February 2nd worldwide for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And a lot of people out there, a lot of my PC gamers, the master race, why not PC yet? Is it hard to convert it over to PC, or?
Oh man, everyone asks that question and I can't answer.
What?
Maybe Mark can answer. I don't know.
Mark?
Yeah. Well, Xbox and PS4 has just been our top priorities.
Uh-huh.
When you look ahead to the potentially UFC 4, it's definitely on the radar.
So we're getting UFC 4 confirmed. You heard it here.
That's
Okay,
it.
go on.
We just dropped that. But for UFC 3, we just focus on the 2 consoles.
Gotcha.
It's not hard. We can do it. I know the dev team develops on PC.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's work to be done to make sure it's optimized for that platform, but something definitely we're looking at in the future.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we hear you, fans.
They hear you. It's gonna come out PC, probably launch on Steam, or.
So one thing for people to notice here, we made some changes since the beta to stamina. So CM Punk is very, very low right now on his long-term stamina. You'll see his hands are down when he's moving around. His strikes are a lot slower, and his combos are a lot slower as well. So we got the feedback from the community that stamina wasn't having a big enough effect long-term, and you're seeing the results of this right now.
That's hard. It's always hard trying to maximize his stamina to where I really.
There you go.
No, get up, CM Punk! No!
10 seconds.
So the winning matchup for the next matchup is Darren Till
Yeah.
versus Tyron Woodley.
Oh,
Right.
Darren Till
Wanna
versus
hear it?
Tyron Woodley. Okay, I'll be my boy Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley. Where are you, Tyron? How do you guys get my beard looking so damn good in this game? How'd you guys do that?
It's our rendering team.
That's it. Yeah,
Rendering
the rendering
team?
does a phenomenal
They
job.
did a good job.
Yeah,
Like, very, very good job. They even got the fade to it, too. With the,
There you go.
the
There's Darren
thickness.
Till.
put some extra sheen in there.
That's
Little conditioner.
Oh, yeah, they did. That's a lovely tattoo he has, too. Look at that smile. I just looked at it and I was like, I feel like I'm fighting 2 people with that arm. Where are you?
Am I remembering right? That's his ex-girlfriend.
Is
I
it?
seem to remember him saying that was his ex-girlfriend.
Did you have to get it like
I
a
could be wrong.
send and release
Yeah, as you
form
Google
for
that one.
Google that.
Darren
It
Till.
was Darren Till's tattoo.
Yeah.
It might be a mermaid. Mermaid D people, by the way.
Yeah, let's make sure.
Here
3
we
rounds.
go.
All right.
Air
let's do this.
Canada, difficulty normal, 3 rounds. 3 rounds, okay.
Yeah.
So I remember in the first one, everybody can do flying knee. Like you said, they were doing moves that weren't realistic, right? So in this one, in UFC 3, is everybody have a set move? Like I realized when I was grappling with my character, I was able to do Kimura from the side control. I was able to take the back and choke you out.
Yeah.
I was able to do the mighty whiz bar.
Yes.
So with this character, so with Darren Till, obviously his strike is gonna be, it should be more fluid, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
And to where Tyron Woodley should have more of the power. So how's that go? Is that going into the stats play, or how's that?
The
play
big
out?
thing is the movesets. So we're a lot more, I'd say, conservative with the movesets this time around. In UFC 2, we kind of erred on the side of giving people techniques that they could maybe throw because they train
Gotcha.
discipline or whatever.
Gotcha. Makes
Now we're
sense.
holding back to things that people have actually thrown in the UFC or in other promotions as they were coming up. And so the Mighty Whiz Bar, for example, you are the only one that can do that in the game across
Hear
the
that?
whole game.
So make sure you play as me if you want to pull that move off, okay?
Same with like the Showtime kick. There were a few people that had it last
Oh, yeah,
time.
yeah,
People
yeah.
were complaining about that, so now it's Anthony Pettis.
Gotcha.
there's one other guy
I
who
like
did
that.
it
That's good.
recently.
I think that's good. I think
Yeah.
it builds more of a depth to that certain character,
Yeah.
right? Because
So the moves along with the custom combos, I think fighters are going to feel a lot more unique this time around.
gotcha. Look at that beard.
Jeff, there's a question for you.
Yeah.
What are the biggest improvements since the beta?
Since the biggest improvements, man, there's a lot. Definitely, I think the stamina thing adds a lot of depth to the game. I'm really happy with that. We made a bunch of improvements to little bits of responsiveness in the game here and there. Those ones are really big. They should make the game feel a lot better. Oh man, what else was there? There were a bunch of missing feints in the game. We fixed all of that. You couldn't block after feinting, so when people were canceling their strikes, they were eating punches. So that's a big fix. Of course, the high-profile, flashy ones, the ragdoll tuning that went in. A lot of people were complaining about the ragdolls.
That right there.
Yeah. So that was interesting because we knew about that going into the beta, but we focused a lot of our development time on gameplay stuff, so that we were able to test out the actual gameplay in the beta, and we knew the ragdoll tuning wasn't done.
Yeah.
But we said, you know what, let's focus on gameplay because that's what's important. We got a ton of feedback, more than I was expecting on the ragdoll stuff, but luckily we were kind of already on the path towards where we are now. So
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of ragdolling when I played the beta.
No.
I didn't see. I mean, compared from when I played the UFC 2 beta
Yeah.
to the UFC 3 beta, didn't see much ragdolling at all.
yeah, it was a new system, but it hadn't been tuned yet. So it kind of switches between a bunch of fall animations on the way down, but it was kind of playing a stiff-looking animation once you hit the ground.
Gotcha.
Now we've loosened it all up, so it starts off playing an animation, so it looks realistic. You don't get those uppercuts flipping guys over completely, but once you hit the ground, you're loose, more like a ragdoll.
Gotcha.
Looks a lot better.
Those uppercuts are actually legit when people do front flips. The ragdoll,
yeah,
that's just real. It happens all the time.
Jeff, how big of a difference is the RPM tech from UFC 2?
Oh man, it's huge. I don't know. Have you played UFC 2 since playing UFC 3?
I have.
You gone back?
I have gone back,
I
and
couldn't believe how different it was.
the thing was funny is that like I was like, look at this flying knee. It's so easy to do all these moves. And I play this one, I'm like, I can't do a flying knee. I'm like sitting there, like, how do I do it? How do I do it? Oh, here we
The
go.
biggest thing I noticed was when I just picked up the controls and started moving around,
Yeah.
it felt so sluggish compared to UFC 3.
Well, the big one too, Jeff, for us is in UFC 2, your feet were cemented to the ground, literally,
Yeah.
so you couldn't strike moving forward or back. UFC 3, obviously, you can do it both forward and back, so
Here we
full
go with
range
the
of
leg
motion,
kicks
right?
again.
That's probably the biggest
DJ
change.
loves his leg
Yeah.
kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely that. Definitely the movement as how I'm just moving the joystick right now, and then move my head as the modified way. I just slip that cross. You see that?
You couldn't do
Whoa,
all
you just threw that jab too. What you got, baby? Come on, baby. Come on. My stamina's going on. I got blocked there. Woo. Look at you. Go. They need to fire you. They need to fire you. Hire me. Well, look at this. There we go.
The other big one too is obviously the combos, how smooth they are. Just chaining together those combos with the movement was never possible because you couldn't move before. So
Yeah.
it's a game changer. I think DJ, you said it earlier, where strategically you have to fight different now.
Yes.
Which that completely changes the game from ground up, which then goes directly into the control. So while the guys are playing, I'll just talk to the controls briefly. We listened to everybody's feedback through the beta. We read all the forums. What we saw in the beta was after a couple days, because obviously with the new controls this year, there's a learning curve. But after like day 3, day 4, our community, our players got really used to the controls because of all the nuances and all the subtleties, like you're just doing slipping and dodging and chaining these combos. So, I just, challenge the community, put the time into the control, spend a couple days, really start to master the feeling. And get a feel of it, right? Because the controls go directly with this new system.
Yes.
Right? We had to change the controls
I got him rocked.
to match the RPM tech.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show them. Is that okay if I show them the moveset? The
Yeah,
combos?
go for it.
So I remember when you play games like this, and like you said, you guys took time and effort to make everybody stand out very uniquely to have their own combos. Like I was doing triangle and circle with Tyron Woodley, and he was throwing uppercuts. He was throwing a high kick. So if you want to find out what the combos the character's going to be able to do, you just go to Game Help, go to View Moves, and right here, and you actually have combos, like a set of lists of how to do your certain combos. These are punches, kicks, L1.
Go all the way over to the right there.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah.
R1. And here's my boxing combos, my kickboxing combos, Muay Thai combos, and empty. I'm assuming it's for customized.
No, they're traditional. Yeah, that's
Traditional,
so it doesn't
traditional.
have any traditional.
Gotcha. So if I go to the boxing combos, level 3, here's a combo. So you do L2 square, R2, L2 square, L1 square, and you're going to do that body jab, lead hook. And then even some of the combos get pretty intense when you get down here. I mean,
There's a lot.
You can do
Look
like
at that!
5-hit combos.
what is that? That's a jab, hook, lead uppercut. And right there, it's already giving you how to get that combo off, which I think it's like you said, it's unique to that play style of that character. So for me, when I pick the game up, I'm like square, square, triangle, X, circle, and it's like blah blah blah. It's not as fluid.
Yeah.
But now that I see this, if I just hit square, circle, no square, double, I'm gonna do jab, uppercut, lead, uppercut.
Yeah.
So I
And in
think it's a cool
UFC 2, people could pretty much just switch lead back, any technique, and you'd get a combo up to a length of, I can't remember what it was, 5 or 6 or something. Now you got to really know your fighter's movesets. You got to know what combos they have. And it takes a lot of muscle memory, I find, to throw these combos. You got to really practice them to be able to use them in the heat of a fight.
Oh yeah. I'm
It's
actually
more
just
realistic.
cheating now. I'm just trying to get myself some
You
combos.
memorize
Okay,
some
you ready to
combos?
go? Yep, I
Alright,
got a brand new
let's
combo.
go.
Watch him here with this 3-piece chicken wing. Come on. Where you going?
Hey, Mark. Brian is watching from Mexico. He wants a shout out.
Hey, Brian Hayes was shaking.
Brian Hayes!
Hey, baby.
Hey, make sure you put a
What's
lot of sunscreen on that head. I know you
that's
bald.
it. Just lobstering it up.
Oh, you're throwing elbows. How do you throw elbows?
Hold down the block button and press punch. So
He's not
Woodley
throwing
not-
elbows.
Woodley doesn't have elbows, I guess. And knees are the block button and kick.
There we go. See, that's that new 3-piece combo I got. Triangle, boom, boom, up. Right there. Okay. Hit.
And Robin will go through this later with career mode, but we have this new feature in the game as well, where if you're getting beaten by a combo, you could actually record that in the AI and practice against that as well.
So you're working your slipping and your dodging. Gotcha.
If you're playing online and you keep landing a sick five strike combo, I'm like, man, how do I beat DJ? I can go plug that into the AI and just keep practicing it.
Gotcha. So you can just focus on that.
Yeah.
That's good. Because sometimes it's almost like if that person, like, he was throwing a lot more elbows, he couldn't throw any elbows. So for that, I'm like, okay, I got to keep in mind that he has certain distances where he can be very dangerous at, where he gets super close. So, like you said, adds more depth into the game or the character you're going to be playing. Instead of everybody you're just reskinning them and everybody can do flying knee, arm bars. Well,
like a great example of that.
Oh, hang on 1 second, I'm busy.
Go for it.
Cut, find a hole. Block for dog. All right, you were saying, I'm sorry. I didn't get the job
no,
there.
it's a great example of that is Damian Maya, right? Like if he takes you to the ground, you're in a dangerous waters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas standing and bang with him, you probably have the advantage, right?
Yeah.
So we try to get all that depth and authenticity into each characteristic of the fighters.
Gotcha.
Whereas you're just good all around.
That's how it should be. 100 stats all around the board.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was playing the beta and I was at Sam Barboza versus Khabib, and each time Khabib took me down, I could not save my life. Like, it was literally,
Powerful wrestling.
Just powerful wrestling. I couldn't do anything to get up, and I was so frustrated. But at the same time, that's
real.
That's what happened in the fight when they fought.
Yeah.
Khabib mauled him on the ground. I was like, good for you, Khabib. Uh-oh. Overhand right. There it is. Yeah.
Nice.
What else is different in career mode?
So we'll talk about that in a bit, but
Okay.
the big hitters, like so Raman, our producer on Career, will walk us through step by step.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing from a high level, we're just trying to build that immersion of the UFC and put it into the game.
Gotcha.
So like the weigh-ins, the press conferences, the blogs, social media. We even have Megan O'Leary in the game this year with like UFC minutes and trying to make it really interactive.
Uh-huh.
So if you're a UFC fan and you want to feel like it's what it's like to be a UFC athlete, that's what we tried to install into career mode this year. Really try to make that immersion come out.
Gotcha.
So some big layers in there.
Any bar fights or anything like that?
We'll save that one for the next one.
DLC download? Download content bar fight? Yeah.
But yeah, career mode is one of our obviously most popular modes from the community.
Mm-hmm.
So it was gameplay and career are two biggest areas of depth this year. The team's done an amazing job. A couple of years just putting all their efforts there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm excited to play career mode. Let me see if I get a bigger paycheck in the online gaming community than I can in real life.
Get that 7 digits.
Yeah. So then I'm going to tweet it, take a picture, and tweet it to Danny. I'm like, Dan, what the hell?
Yeah.
I wish you were nice as the
EA Sports.
the EA Sports one. No, he's
Ours is in Canadian funds though, so there's 30%.
Oh, hey!
Hey,
Well, go ahead.
hey Jeff, question about ground game and clinch changes since the beta.
Since the beta, we did a live tuner set during the beta that sped up clinch escapes so that it was easier to get out of the clinch, so people couldn't hold you in there that long. So that made it into the final version of the game as well. We tuned up ground and pound, so block breaks down a lot faster on the ground than in the beta.
What's going on? Oh,
End
end around.
End
Okay.
around.
I thought you were trying to kiss me. Get off me!
Tried to make ground and pound similar to UFC 2 in terms of how many strikes it takes to knock someone out. Mostly just minor tuning based on feedback. No big changes since the beta outside of that.
But maybe we speak to the overall changes from UFC 2, like the submission.
Yeah,
timing
UFC
and
2.
gates.
That was the other big one, was the submission gate tuning.
Yeah.
I'll switch my stance here.
I'm trying to distract them so you get.
No, I get it. Well, that's one thing you guys told me too. Like when you switch stance, so right now Tyron Woodley's in the orthodox stance, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so if I go, the basic combo in the game is square, square, triangle, which is gonna be jab, jab, 1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
But if I switch to southpaw, now my
Yes.
controllers change. It's not gonna be square, square, triangle. My square becomes my cross, and my triangle becomes my jab.
Yeah.
Which is pretty damn cool because in real life that's what essentially happens. So now it's gonna be triangle, triangle,
Exactly.
square. Which
And you've done a lot of damage to my left leg, so now I'm forced to switch stance. And now now my combos come out completely different. So that's a huge strategy for people. If you want to attack the leg, you can get your opponent to force them to switch stance, put them in an uncomfortable position, hard to throw strikes, easier to finish.
Yep.
And to that point, when you're circling and you want to catch him, maybe if he's circling to your left and you want to catch him with the hook.
Yep.
So that all comes into play now that you can move while striking as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot of depth. A lot more depth in this game. Because when I did that, I was like, why is my square triangle not working? And you're like, you're in softball. And I was like, oh.
Question for you, champ.
What's up?
Where do you keep all your belts?
I only have 3 belts right now, and it's in my office downstairs in the closet. 2 of them are in the case, and 1's out of the case. Why did I break? I want to take them down. I should be the superior grappler. But I keep them at the house. I'm waiting for, hopefully one day I get all the rest of them. I haven't been on Dana White about getting the rest of them, so I was trying to
You took that sick photo that one time.
take it. It was very overwhelming when I got that photo, too.
Yeah.
All those belts. The buddy who brought him out there almost broke his back trying to get him to us.
Did you blow that photo up?
I did not.
No,
I did
That'd
not.
be sick in your office.
That's the thing. Like, if you come to my house, there's no
Memorabilia.
memorabilia of me at all on the wall. So I almost kind of feel sad about it because where's my Kimura? Okay.
Here's a new transition that's new to UFC 3, the up transition side control. Put pressure on his face and get back to half guard.
Gotcha. How you gonna take my back? This is hacks, hacks, hacks.
So there we see the new HUD on the bottom.
Get out of here! Get him out of here!
Oh, broke it.
Come on.
That's something we didn't have in UFC 2 as well, showing the gates, so our players know exactly.
Oh, how far you need to go to be able to
Yeah.
submit this, get a submission?
We just made it a little bit more accessible to read.
And are there different variations of
Let me
gates?
show you how to submit somebody. Let me show you how to submit somebody, okay? Just sit there and let it happen, okay?
Yes.
Just let it happen. Shh. Hey,
Let's go to sleep.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Wait. Here we go.
So close.
I know.
Close.
Whoa! Saved by the bell!
Saved by the ding dong.
Dang it!
Yeah,
Thought I had it.
Was there a question, sorry, about the gates?
Yeah, it was just, are there different gates for different submissions?
Well,
Yes.
different submissions have different gates, right? So, like, the Mighty Whiz Bar, that has one gate.
One.
So
One
you
gate,
land-
so-
you land that baby, you're...
One.
In a lot of trouble.
That's a special.
One. That was into the fight?
Decision.
Oh, that was the end of the
Is
Who
it-
fight.
you,
Yeah, 3 rounds.
Chat, who do you think won it? Who do you think got
Reza,
it?
who wins?
Woodley or Till? Who do you think got it? Here we go.
Who is it, Reza? Quick.
You looking at my face? What? Oh, no.
Rob.
No way, Rob.
Yeah.
We must be in Vegas. That's what this is. That's what's going on here.
Spot on, judge call.
Next,
Oh, my
next
goodness.
matchup, people want to see, a lot of people want to see Gaethje in the
All right, let's do
signature
that.
blocks.
Yes, let's do
So
that.
let's do
Nice.
Ferguson Gaethje.
Okay.